Hello believers, in this video we are going to know everything you must know before you claim 109 OVR CRESPO Plus. We are also going to know how to get him for free as a free-to-play user with the help of grindings only. Not only that, we are also going to discuss all these topics. 1. Is CRESPO worthy to take? 2. How to claim CRESPO for free as free-to-play users. So believers, video is going to be informative as it's deeply analyzed, and make sure you have subscribed to the channel plus turned on the notification bell icon for more amazing contents like this. Now, let's move to point number 1. Is CRESPO worthy to take? We are going to look upon 4 total factors and decide whether to take this 109 rating CRESPO card or not. First factor is stats of the player, second factor is performance of the player, third factor is relevance time, and finally we are going to know the cost of the player. So, it's not going to be a fixed answer whether you should take CRESPO or not. I will try to tell you everything about this card, and you will be able to decide whether to take CRESPO or not at the end of this video. Firstly, let's look upon the factor number 1, which is stats of the player. In terms of stats, you are not going to see much more weakness on this card. He has 125 pace, and the attributes of both acceleration and sprint speed is good on him. The fastest striker in the game right now are 109 rating Ronaldo and the 108 rating Keane with 126 pace. And after that there are a lot of strikers such as 108 rating High, 108 rating Isaac, and 106 rating Mbappe with 125 pace, and he also have 125 pace. So in terms of pace, he is second fastest striker in the game. In the shooting he has 124, and this is the third highest shooting ability, where the strong zone in this card can be seen in the finishing, shot power, positioning, and volley. So, overall, his shot range shooting can be expected to be very good. Long shot attribute is little less if you compare to recent meta strikers, plus, he also lacks on long shot taker traits. So, in the shot range, CRESPO is going to be deadly. Now, he has a medium-low work rate, and you can expect him to be good in the 2 striker formations rather than 1 striker formation. Talking about the height, it's good, and he also has power header traits. All the important attributes for the heading are good on him, like heading is 118, jumping is 113, so you can expect his heading to be good. Now, talking about important abilities such as ball control, agility, it's good on him, and reactions are a bit bad, which might be an issue. Anyway, he has a finesse shot and decent curve, so you can expect him to be good on finesse shots. He lacks a 5-star weak foot, but as I said, he is good on positioning and long-range shots. 4-star weak foot is definitely not a big issue. Now, definitely when it comes to stats, CRESPO is such a striker who holds the top 5 position right now for sure. Now, talking about his performance, I am going to focus on these things, which are pace, shooting, his positioning, finesse shots, heading, responsiveness, and work rate impact. So, let's discuss this second factor, which is the performance of the player. So, in terms of pace, CRESPO is good. His sprint speed is really good, and you can see some of the examples here. There are also some reasons due to which CRESPO's speed might not work for you, and I will definitely tell you later, but his pace is definitely good. Second factor that comes in pace is definitely a stunt. Stunt plus pace means higher chances of scoring goals. So, when it comes to stunts, he doesn't have that good a stunt, as per my tries. He mostly fails to bypass. In case if you have skill, then, you can definitely use his stunts well and even bypass opposition. But for a normal player, it's not going to give boost to do stunts. The speed of the heel to heel, step over exit, and lane change is average. Next, talking about his shooting. From the long range, he is not that good on normal or power shots. So, you must perform finesse shots. If you try a finesse shot from outside the box, also, he is going to score goals. So don't try out the normal straight shots or power shots, as he is inaccurate on it, and also inside the box, he is great and accurate on scoring goals. In most of the 1v1 situations, he fails to score. It also depends on the situation, your skill, and the keeper. Next, talking about positioning. The main thing I observed in the CRESPO card is, when an opposition or you score goals, we have to replay the ball from the center of the ground, right? So, after the ball starts, you can see here, his positioning is in the middle of the field. Unless you trigger him the run, he will be in the mid. He especially stays in the mid unless you have the ball in the middle of the field, but when you slowly start taking the ball above the mid of the ground, he starts moving forward. This is his characteristics, and I have observed the same thing across 4 to 5 matches which I tested today. Also, his positioning is not that good if you are using him on first formation. In 2ST formation he comes forward, and that time, you might feel easy to use him. In terms of positioning, he doesn't have issues with moving forward, but the main issue is when you give him the ball, there are higher chances he loses the ball as he reacts very slowly. However, his positioning in the cross tactics game is very brilliant. About the finesse shots, he is very deadly. Talking about heading, you can see here some of the deadly heading goals. As I explained in the attributes, you can see he is really great at heading. He is best if you are cross-tactics player bros. Next, about this responsiveness, I already said to you, I don't know why, but I tried him in the scouting camp, and I felt it was very difficult to score goals in the scouting camp. Anyway, CRESPO is best for 2-striker formation, as per my test. Make sure to test him before you take him, as my gameplay style can be different from yours and taste between us can be different. Now, the third factor is relevance time. We know about his stats, performance, and this is what decides the relevance time of any players in the game. In the performance, honestly, I felt that's decent. He scores a lot of goals, pace is decent, shot range shots are decent, heading is good, so if you will be able to use him in the right way, he is definitely going to give you results. Talking about his stats, it's not going to get outdated that easily. It will take something around 3 to 4 months, and the main advantage you bros are getting is the 109 rating. He is 109, so that has potential to reach even 116 OVR in upcoming days. So in future, even if he gives less performance, you can keep him in your squad at least to flex your friends. Now, don't say me flex is unnecessary, but honestly, fact is, many people build squad for flex, so actually in long term, I will bet you, he will be good flex-wise. However, in performance, CRESPO can fail after next 3 to 4 month approx. As recently in performance, he doesn't comes in top 5. There are literally a lot of competitors. He is in the top 5 to top 7, depending on person to person. Now, the last factor, which is really important, is definitely the cost of the card. So, to know the cost of his shard token, let's move to point number 2. How to claim CRESPO for free as free-to-play users. So, this is really going to be interesting, as cost has always been an important factor in this game, and analyzing the cost of any card helps whether a free-to-play user claims that specific player or not. So let's begin this amazing analysis of why CRESPO is actually a gem or nightmare for F2P users. So you can get CRESPO from only one way, and that is through this player exchange section. He is not included in the market, this Shards tokens exchange, and he is not even in the packs. So, the only you can get him is from this player's exchange. Now, if you see the requirements of this CRESPO card, then bros, it looks like this requirement is crazy cheaper than any other players that EA have launched in the players exchange section. The requirements are 350 TOTS Shards, 2 AX 107 rating players, 4 AX 106 rating players, and 5 AX 105 rating players. Now you all know well that recently 105 to 107 rating TOTS give different amounts of shards, which you can see here. We are calculating shards costs for each requirement. 2 AX 107 requirements cost 240 shards, as 107 gives 120 shards. 4 AX 106 costs 240 shards, as 106 TOTS players give 60 shards, and finally 5 AX 105 gives 150 shards. So in total, just requirements take 630 shards, and we also have to give 350 shards. Adding all the shards, you can see here, CRESPO costs 980 shards. This analysis proves that CRESPO is the cheapest 109 OVR player that you can get in the TOTS event, and that also a freaking striker is literally costing 980 shards, bros. Strikers are mostly costly in the game. Recently, if you check the 109 shards price, then you can see the cost is really high. Maximum good strikers costs 1,250 shards, and rarely used position players cost 1,000 shards. But here, striker costing 980 shards is a very cheap deal. So for the F2P users, if you bros have just only one striker in your team, or you have 0 striker, then he is going to be a great opportunity. For those who have one striker already, you know he is good on 2ST formation, so you can switch and claim him, as he is 109, and 109 increases team OVR. Anyway, now the main question comes, and that is, how to get 2 AX 107, 4 AX 106, and 5 AX 105, as it's not that easy to get. So to fulfill this requirement, if you are trying to take any other 109 rating players from the past week exchange, then, performing past week exchange, it will be hard or impossible for F2P to perform double SBC exchange. So, if you are only doing this exchange, then, to get this 2 AX 107, one you can get from this main chapter of the TOTS, and one you can get from opening a lot of 3,000 gems pack, or utilize 107 rating if you have in your squad. For the 4th AX 106, 1 to 2, you can get from luck. 1 from this icon, chapter 106 milestone, and 1 from this league exchange, or you can utilize all 106 from your squad, as they are pretty useless, and surely going to get outdated in upcoming days. And talking about the 5x105 rating players, you might have 105 already. You can get 105 from this 12k pick pack with the help of 3k gems pack or purchase it from the market. I am not preferring purchasing 106, 107 from the market, as they are going to cost you higher. And in case if you have less coins, don't purchase from the market. Anyway, if you don't use all the TOTS players, it's not even going to cost you 980 tokens. It will just cost you around 500 to 700 shards, or you can completely do it within just 350 shards only, in case if you fulfill all these requirements without using any TOTS payers as requirement. Now, considering all the 4 factors like stats, performance, relevance, and the cost of CRESPO card, I am basically preferring it to the F2P users who have no good strikers or only one striker, as you are rarely going to get such a cheaper striker in upcoming days. In the alternative, we do have a lot of strikers such as Isak, Dalglish, but still, they are 108, and rating is what matters. He is still 109, and you are getting on cheap, so for F2P I definitely prefer. But for the pay-to-win users, I think you should go for better players like Ronaldo R9, Van Basten, Isak, or even Dalglish. In case, if you are even okay with the 108 rating player, then I prefer Dalglish, as you don't have to waste time on fulfilling requirements, plus he is better than CRESPO overall as per my test. Anyway, believers, that's all for this video. I will meet you with the next one. Till then, your lovely host, Mr. Believer, signing out.